So like we do a lot of stuff in here. I do a lot of my like woodworking, like to build, the cut out trim, stain stuff. We built like little, nook tables. Um, Refinished our long kitchen wood table. We refinished that. But I also currently right now, since we don't have storage, I have a whole pile of lumber in here, and I can't leave it outside. And so that's stacked over there. I store my behemoth of a freaking motorcycle in here, and I have my lawnmower right behind the camera here. And we actually had to build a secondary storage room off the garage. That has a huge rack back there full of totes. I got my big 60-gallon air compressor back there and all of our camping shit that we store over the winter. Behind you is all my car detailing stuff. I use this space for a lot. I mean, my truck, we're rich in the sense that I have an extra fridge. Is that Midwest rich, or how does that work? But I bring my big, crew cab truck in here, and I got maybe a foot from the door to the garage, so that kind of sucks. But until money, comes about, we're not all rich. I can't just drop another 150 grand on a pole barn, because I do plan on either tearing this garage down and doing a 40 by 40, 40 by 60 shop, or I have where we used to have a shop down on the lower part of our property that flooded. Hopefully we can sort out the flooding down there and build a new shop down there, because then this could just be my hangout, workout space, and everything else can go down there. So this is it though. I just wanted to show like the importance of, you might live in an apartment and you can't have all this weight, which is totally fine. I mean, when I first started out, my wife and I and my daughter, we lived in a single wide mobile home, and it was very small. I think it was like 600 square feet. And, God rest her soul, my mother-in-law passed away from breast cancer in 2016, and my wife and I had to adopt her younger brother when he was 13 years old. And so we had 4 people crammed into technically a 1-bedroom trailer, and we converted it into 2 and just minimized our living room space, and it worked out. We lived there for 4 years. But I started out there just literally walking up and down the roads, and then finally I said I want to lift weights, and I